Let us continue with vulnerability assessment in Nessus. In the last video, we saw how to download and configure the Nessus, and in this video, we will start creating a Nessus policy. So, in this video, you will learn the overview of Nessus, we will learn how to create a network policy and configure a network policy for scanning. Different types of scanning on target reveals that open ports and services might be running on the target. Next step should be vulnerability scanning to detect possible vulnerabilities of the system in the target network. How to launch Nessus? After installing the Nessus, you may get a Nessus web client in the form of the default web browser. Open that on your desktop and log in with the credentials you had given at the time of installing Nessus. Once you sign in, it will load Nessus. This lab will give you a real-time experience how security experts use this tool for performing penetration tests and vulnerability scanning. So these are your account settings. If you want to change your password, you can change it from here. Vulnerability scanning is a type of security assessment activity performed by security professionals on their home network. It helps in finding possible network vulnerabilities. So, let us start creating a network policy. If you have faced any problems in downloading or installing Nessus, you can ask us during the mentorship sessions. Now, let us start creating a network policy. These are the types of scanners and these are the details about Nessus, which version we are using, license utilization. If there is any software update, you can update it from here. And this is the master password. Proxy servers, there is a lot of this. Is really a wonderful tool which is used by most of the penetration testers and security experts. It also uses in auditing and much more. So you can see that Nessus has only used 20 MB of memory and CPU load is right now 0. So let us start creating the first policy. So you can see the new policy button, click there and there are numerous policies available. Host discovery, basic network scan, advanced policy, advanced dynamic scan, malware scan, credential patch audit, web application tests. So just by seeing this, you can see the overuse of Nessus and how Nessus is important in doing VAPTs. To add a new policy, click the policies button and in the resources menu will appear the policies. So the Nessus policy window will open and then you have to create a new policy. The screen on which you right now are seeing is known as the policy template. The policy general settings with basic policy setting type will appear after we will select a certain policy. For this lecture, we are going to select the advanced scan policy. In the advanced scan, the policy general settings will appear. With basic setting types, specify the policy name in the name field and give a description about a policy if you want. I will give it a description and a name of advanced network scan policy. The description field is used at the time of actual penetration testing to specify the functionalities of this particular policy. I won't be wasting much time in giving the description. You can give description whatever you want or you can just leave the field blank. Any changes to the Nessus scanner configuration will affect all the Nessus users, so make sure you edit these options very carefully. In the settings field, select host discovery from the discovery drop down button and turn off the ping remote host option. You have to turn it off, do not turn it on. Now select the port scanning setting type and check the verify TCP open ports found by the local port enumerators. You have to turn it on and leave the other field with default options. Go to service discovery and keep it all it is. In the settings field, select the report and do not alter any options in this setting type. In the setting field, select Advanced and the policy general settings with advanced setting type will appear. Set the values of max number of concurrent TCP sessions per host and max number of concurrent TCP sessions per scan to unlimited. As you can see, I'm doing it on the screen. Now, to configure the credentials of new policy, click the Credentials tab. The Policy Credentials window will appear. With the Windows credentials, it is displayed as you can see on the screen. If you want this policy to be hidden from outsiders, you can specify a username and password. But make sure that you remember this password. We are done. Here 80% of the job is almost done. Now, to select the required plugins, click the Plugins tab. But for this scan, we won't be require any plugins. But if you are really interested, you can go to tenable.com and read more about plugins. These plugins are really essential while scanning different websites and databases. As you can see, Cisco plugins, databases, Amazon plugins, and much more. In this way, you can select the required plugins, but for this scan, we do not require any plugin. So, please click the Enable button. So I will now click the Disable button to disable all other policies and plugins. So now what you have to do, after this you have to just click the Save button to save everything. A policy saved successfully pop-up will appear and the policy is added in the policy window as you can see on the screen right now. Now click the scans to open the My Scan window, and in the next lecture we will see how to create a new scan. In the user defined section, we will see the scan or the policy which we have just created. There you go. You can see Advanced Network Policy, and here we have to create a new scan by naming the new scan, and Advanced Network Scan. Description I will just give Demo Scan, and there we go. We have to enter the target IP address and Nessus will start scanning the website or the target IP address for present vulnerabilities.